Good afternoon. This is another blog. The title of the blog is Turn Shit into Sugar. It's a little funny kind of a title, but it is self-explanatory. And why did I? Because I learned this from one of the great inspirational talkers and leaders and trainers. He mentioned the same title. So much of the blogs I basically talk or say are inspirations from many of the mentors that I have come across in life. Some in absence through video blogs, webinars, and audio talks, audio books, and some in person to person. So turn shit into sugar. So analogy, one gets up in the morning. Everybody knows first hour is important. Robin Sharma said 20-20-20 rule. In the very first hour, you should spend 20 minutes for exercise, 20 minutes for spiritual training and worship and talking to the Creator and talking to the self if needed. Talk to the self, otherwise always must to talk to the Creator. And then 20 minutes for journal writing. Journal writing is not to show to the world. It is for one's own self, to clarify the thoughts. As Jordan B. Peterson said, he said, I used to write journals, then I started doing video blogs. Not as a process or part of the telling the other people or the world, but to clarify their own thoughts. Sometimes you get a feedback, a corrective feedback or positive reinforcement. Sometimes you get criticism, condemnation, or negativities. So it is important to tell yourself to clarify your thoughts, because clarity is mastery. What is shit into sugar? You get up in the morning, you spend first hour, 20-20-20 rules. And then you go to the workplace, you spend your day, and in the process of, once you leave the house, or if you live in a apartment, or if you live in a boarding, it starts there. And then sometimes for some people it starts in the house. People start to throw their anxieties, their negativities, their depressions, their resentments, their dejections, their disappointments. The place where you live in, or you walk out of that place, on the road, in the markets, in the workplace, in the clubs, in the cafes, you find people. Now, who are these people? These people with negativities are wounded people. One has to understand the wounds. The wounds may not be obvious physically, but they may be metaphysically or spiritual wounds. They may be in the behavior. So one has to understand the fact that when the negativities are coming to you, the law of vibes and attraction says you attract what you are. So if you are a positive person, and if a negativity or a shit, just to say like that, or a bad behavior is coming towards you, just duck it in, let it pass over you by the side. Just skip that negativity. If you stop that negativity or resentment or anxiety coming towards you, if you respond to that, or if you react to that, it will there and then be part of your personality, your mind, and your soul. So just let them pass. You don't react, fine. You don't respond. People might poke you. They need a response. Remember, creation is done in silence, and destruction is done in noise. If a tree falls, there is lot of noise, there is destruction. The tree has been destroyed. But when the seed gives birth to a tree, no one notices that a new plant has emerged, a new life has emerged in the world, in the universe. So creation is always in silence. So let the negativities the negative energies pass by you. Apply the law of vibes and attraction. Only attract the positive energies. It says, as in the book You Were Born Rich, the author said, the law of vibes and attraction. When two positive energies combine, the vibrations and the resonance is achieved. The amplitude of the resonance is enhanced. So two thoughts, two positive acts, two positive personalities, the magnetic field around us, according to science, positivities, they will enhance you. Let the negativities pass. So remember, the negativities, the resentments, all those words, the anxieties, the depression will be thrown at you while driving, while going to the market, as I said, at different places, at different points. One has to have a self-control. If one can control the self, he controls the world. Okay, fine. That's one point. You may be the only person who think you're right. Or there may be a small group, minority of people who think they are right. And the majority might think they are wrong. And if you are the mob or the people or the group who are doing good, people might not like you. You have to understand the wound. So silence is a powerful word. You must know when to speak, when to react, when to respond, and when to be indifferent. The stage of indifferent, when achieved, the other people has only two choices, either to accept you or to leave. But remember, if you don't have the inner strength, if you don't have the financial strength to sustain you in this world, if you don't have the interactions or the networking, the people might have a third choice. Instead of accepting you or going away from you, they might like to bow you down. And in extreme cases, as in the history, they might like to put wounds on you or might even kill you. This is the reality. So, negativities coming at you, just let them pass by. Do not react, respond, be indifferent. It is better to be silent, to let the negativities pass. Remember, the misery and the anger loves the crowd or the mob or the noise. Words have to be chosen carefully. Silence is a powerful language. So when we turn shit into sugar, when we get enough of negativities, we have learned the translation of negativities in one block into the positivities. But how? By understanding that people have wounds. And once you realize that and you can absorb the reality, you can actually not only protect yourself, but by empathy you can heal the other person by showing love, care, and showing trust in them and in your relation or in your interaction. And you can prove that it's coming from your heart. You're adding goodness and the value. At the same time, balancing it with the power of silence, the language of silence, or few words, or some actions. So there will come a time in life when you start doing this, you will have enough shit and you will have enough conversion of shit into sugar. So you don't need it anymore. But there will come a time when the divinity, when the forces of positivity, when the people will be helping you, you have experienced, you have achieved a stage where the amount of bad things or the shit turned into sugar is infinite. You can take as much as negativity is coming to you and still being able to survive and to put a positive thought, action, or a smile in the society.